18th problem we had completed in the last lecture. Apart from my solve up class sheet se karo. There for me to solve. You have a class sheet. Get the question and solve. Company purchases components A and B from Germany and USA respectively. A and B form 30 and 50% of total production cost. Current gain is 20%. Due to changes in the international scenario, the cost of German mark increases by 30%. Cost of USD or the US dollar increases by 22%. Due to market conditions, selling price cannot be increased beyond 10%. Then what is maximum gain possible? Right. So if we are purchasing something from, let us say, Germany, and the currency value is going up for Germany, what is the problem? If I'm purchasing this table from Germany and the currency value goes up, what problem does it cause for me? How does currency value affect us? Both. Currently I am purchasing, in future also I will purchase. Price goes up, absolutely. Something, if it was costing me, let us say 10 German mark, it is now costing me 10 German mark, but I have to pay more. What percent more? 30% more. The value of currency has gone up, so I have to pay more for the same product. Value of American dollar has gone up, I have to pay more. So this represents cost increase. Go on, solve. See, how do you assume variables? How do you assume values here? A company purchases components A and B from Germany and USA respectively. What does this mean? From Germany, we are purchasing A. From USA, we are purchasing B. That is what the sentence says. Company purchases A and B from Germany and USA respectively. A and B form 30% and 50% of the total production cost. They form 30% and 50% of total production cost. The current gain is 20%. So because everything is a multiple of 10, what can we assume? 100. I am imagining the total cost as rupees 100. If I do that, cost of A is 30, cost of B is 50. And how much can I sell it for? What gain can I get right now? I can get a gain of 20%. So I can sell it for rupees 120. See, the addition of these two is equal to how much? 80. That means there are other costs also. Other costs have not been mentioned. A is 30%, B is 50%. Other costs are 20%. We do not care. Now, due to the changes in market, the German mark has increased by 30%. So this is the product coming from Germany. It is going to increase by 30%. What is 30% of 30? 9. So now the new cost has become 39. The US dollar increases by 22%. What is 22% of 50? Take your time. 11. So this is the increase in the value. Increase in what? Increase in the cost. So can I say the new cost now has become 120? Because there's an increase of 9 here and there's an increase of 11 here. The new cost has become 120. What is the maximum increase you can perform in the selling price? 10%. What is 10% of this? 12. So the new selling price I can have is 132. The question is, what is the gain possible? So this is the cost price. This is the selling price. So can I say the gain is 12 rupees on 120? Which is how many percent? Which is 1 by 10, which is how many percent? 10%. So the entire question is asking you to individually handle numbers. That's all. Assumption of 100 works well, works fine when numbers are integers or multiples of 10. Let us see if we have some such question. If it is 16.66, what is the denominator for this? So I'll take a multiple of 6. If the number is 14.28, I'll take a multiple of 7. So if decimals are there and decimals are known, if the decimals are known, I will assume according denominators. Try this one. Continuation of the question up to this point, everything is same. A company purchases components A and B from Germany, USA, everything is same. Read the condition in the question. If the US dollar becomes cheap by 12% over what? Original cost. So in this case, you are not going to work on these numbers. Read the second line. Read the second line. And the cost of German mark increases by 20%. What will be the gain? Selling price is not altered. In earlier case, you are changing selling price also. Now, selling price also is not altered. This question is giving you a new condition. If US dollar becomes cheaper by 12%. So here, A was costing rupees 30. 30 was the German part. B was the USA part, which was costing 50. Total cost price was rupees 100 according to our assumption. Total selling price we did not change. What was the profit initially? 20%. That's all. So you are working with 20% profit originally. Now what has happened? The US dollar has become cheaper by 12%. What is 12% of this number? 6 rupees. 6 rupees, the cost is going to decrease. And the German mark has increased by 20%. What is 20% of this? 6. So see how the question has been balanced. The increase in the price here has been balanced by decrease in the price here. Will the cost price change? No. If the selling price also does not change, can I say the profit will remain 20% same as earlier? Because the question starts with the if, it is presenting us with new piece of information. A new change is happening to the prices of German mark and US dollar. The earlier changes you have to discard. You have to discard the 30% and 22% thing. So increase in German currency and decrease in US currency both are balanced. Because of this, the total cost price does not change. Because of this, the total profit does not change. Let us move on from this. Now, this is a CAT question. You might have seen this question in many places. This is asked as a trick question in interviews as well. Right? if equal number of people are born on each day, find the approximate percentage of people whose birthday will fall on 29th of February if we consider people born on 20th century, assuming no deaths. This question could be treated as probability also. Question in probability. A person is randomly selected and so on, so on, so on. What is the probability the person was born on 29th February? The answer will not change. 1 by pura century. We are talking about the entire century. Think what is happening here. First of all, 29th February, do we see 29th February in every year? We see 29th February in every fourth year. So what I will have to do is, because see, I want somebody to be born on 29th February. Can I say if it is a normal year? Normal year. There are 3 normal years and then there is 1 leap year. So this is the number of days for a leap year. This is the number of days for a non-leap year. So how many years have we considered? 4. Because every 4 there's a cycle of leap. Can I say out of these, if I say there is 1 person born every year 1 person is born, so there will be only 1 person born out of these numbers because there is only 129 February here. So your answer would look like 1 upon multiplication of these, addition of these into 100. That is your answer. Use a calculator. Without that, it is not possible. This is 15 carried over 1, 18 plus 1, 19 carried over 1, 9 plus 1, 10, and 366. 1 carried over 1, 16 carried over 1, 4. Your answer is 1 upon 1461 into 100. You have to be very careful because the specific date is 29th of February. I have to find out when will I get 29th February. I will get it in the 4th year. And every 4th year will be leap. With a calculator. See, how many days are there normally? 365. There are 3 non-leap years and then 4th year is leap. So that is number of years. Denominator is 4 years and total number of days. You are assuming there is 1 person born every day because it says equal number of people are born every day. I'm imagining 1 person. Even if you imagine 2%, the answer will not change. 1 person is born every day. So how many days are there? 365 days. See, think in this manner. Year 2001, 365 days. Year 2002, 365 days. Year 2003, 365 days. That many people are born. Year 2004, it is leap and there are 366 days. And now because it is a leap year, it will have what? 29th of February. On that day, there is 1 person born. That is the number of people born and the denominator is also number of people born. What answer? 0.066. You'll get the same answer. You get the same answer because the cycle of 4 will continue every year. Same thing will go on here. Why has it said 20th century? Because year 2000 itself is leap. Because year 2000 leap is leap. Now there are 25 leap and 75 non-leaps. You'll get the same answer. It is every 4th year that is leap year. So there's a cycle of 4. In that case, your numerator will change. Let me go around that particular calculation. Let me erase this. You will have 365 into 75. Don't write, observe. 366 into 25. And there are 25 days. 25 times will be February 29th. What is common here, here, and here? You'll have the same answer. Even if you consider the entire century, you will still have the exact same answer. That is why they have said 20th century. If they had said 19th century, so this year is no longer leap. So your calculation will change. It will become 76 and this will become 24. The problem is people will not gain confidence even after getting this answer because of this. There'll always be doubt in their mind. None of these. What if I am missing one decimal? What if I have made one calculation error? This complicates the answer. Answer is matching 0.066. 0.06844. So digit is missing here. Typing issue. Then go for none of these. Writing issue at the bottom. Chalo. This is a question, a prehistoric question from CAT 2017. In a village, production of food grains increased by 40%. The per capita production of food grains increased by 27% during a certain period. The percentage by which the population of village increased during the same period is nearest to. When you are in doubt about the relation of variables, read it twice, thrice. Once you have clarity which variable will be placed where, then start solving. If I say the per capita consumption is 10 kilogram and I have 50 people, how do I calculate the total production? Per capita means per person. Per person into number of people should be total. Can I say per person sound like average? If I say the average weight of the class is 30 and there are 20 people, can I say 30 into 20 is equal to total weight? So relate this with average. Per capita means average. You are saying the per person per capita consumption जो खाते हैं consume करते हैं multiplied by population should be total quantity or total production. Can we say this? Per capita consumption, what every person is eating multiplied by population should be equal to what the village has to produce. Yes or no? Guys, does this calculation, does this equation make sense? If it does, we can start the solution. Per capita, per person. If every person consumes 10 kilograms of, let us say, food, there are 50 people in the colony or in the village. Can I say 500 kilograms will be consumed per capita per person into people is equal to total consumption. So now go back to those variables. In a village, the production of food grain increases by 40%. Is this increasing 40%? The first term, is this increasing 40% or is this increasing 40%? A, B or C? C is increasing. So how do you increase 40%? You write 140 upon 100. We have discussed this yesterday. Final value upon initial value. And the per capita production of food grain increases by 27%. Is A increasing 27% or is B increasing 27%? A. So 127 upon 100. Anything on 100 is percentage. How much more do I have? 27 more. So 27% more. Now, can I say the question is find the percentage change in population? So for population, I will have a ratio created. So this is cancelled. This is cancelled. So the population ratio is equal to 140 by 127. Your job is to find approximate increase. Can I say this looks like, this appears to be a increase of 13 values on 127. How much more do you see? 13 on 127. Can I say it is almost 10 percentage? Had it been 13 upon 130, it will be precisely 1 by 10, 10 percentage. This is almost same. Do you have any value which says 11 percentage or 9 percentage? No, they're very far. Your question was approximate, your job is done. So observe, this entire question was about one thing. Can you relate those three variables? Per capita consumption, population, and total production. Per capita consumption into population is equal to total quantity. What is a basic question of addition subtraction? Just pay attention. In an examination, maximum possible score is n, while the pass marks are 45% of n. A candidate obtains 36 marks but fails short by 68%. Which of the following is then correct? Deliberately, answer options have been given in the form of inequality. You just have to find out the value of n and you have to see in which range does it lie. When somebody is falling short, please pay attention. When somebody is falling short by 68%, what percentage has the person actually scored? If you are falling short by, let us say, 10%, you are falling short. That means you are behind the mark by 10%. So you have scored 90%. In this case, the person is falling short by 68%. He is, see, this is the pass mark. He is below the pass mark by 68%. Can I say he has actually scored 32%? So observe, 32 percentage of pass marks is equal to 36. And what are pass marks? Pass marks are 45% of n. Can I say 32% of 45% of n is equal to 36? So you have your answer in just 2 steps. Complete the calculation. 4 into 8, 4 into 9, 9 into 5, 5 into 20, 4 into 2, 4 into 5, 2 into 50. N is very elementary application of percentage. There's only one tricky application here. Something is falling short by 68%. So if something falls short by 68%, you have achieved 32%. Moving on. Try this. Will assuming 100 make any sense in this question? In a country, 55.55% of the population are males. Rest are of the males, 60% are literate, and of females, 40% are literate. What percentage of population are literate? If I was to apply common sense, this population has more males or more females? Males are more than females. 60% is the literacy in males, 40% is literacy in females. Think of this. If they were both equal, can I say literacy will be 50%? Now, because there are more males, Can I say literacy will increase beyond 50? What number lies between 60 and 50? This number as well as, so any one of these can be my answer. If there was only one answer option in the range of 60, 50, I will mark the answer and move on. Is the logic clear to you? There are more males. Literacy of males is 60%, females is 40%. The average will be between them. So exact middle point is 50. More males mean literacy will move towards me. Observe. This I have given you as a hint earlier in the last lecture. Whenever the same decimal repeats 0.555, 444, what denominator do we assume? 9. So here I am imagining the population is 900. So 55.55% is basically what? 5 by 9. What is 5 by 9 of this? 500. So how many females can I assume? 400. Now what is the literacy among males? 60% of this. Can I say 60% of this is 300? What is the literacy among females? 40%. What is 40% of this? 160. So how many people are totally literate? 400 and so 460 divided by 900 into 100 is the answer. So two zeros are gone. Two zeros are gone. You simply divide this. 5 times it is 45. Remaining is 10. 10 upon 9, 1 point something. 51 point something. Moving on. I have solved a similar problem for you yesterday. Apply common sense. I remember sharing the same question in your WhatsApp group as well. Since price of mangoes increased by 6.66%, the wholesaler was able to purchase 18 mangoes less in his budget of rupees 860. What is the increased price of each mango? So remember the example. You are carrying in your pocket rupees 864. You always purchased X number of mangoes. So you go to the shopkeeper, you do not know the price has increased. You ask him for X number of mangoes. So he brings X number of mangoes to you. Then he recalculates. He says the price is increased by 16.66%. 16.66% is what ratio? 1 by 15. See, you already have given him rupees 864. He will say, give me more money. How much more money? 864 upon. He'll ask you for this much money more. And because you are not carrying any money, what he will say, I'm taking away 18 mangoes. Can I say these 18 mangoes total would have cost equal to this much? Because you go there and always purchase same number of mangoes. You always give him same amount. Today you are giving him same money, but he performs the calculation and says, I need more money. I need this much more money, but you don't have money. Now, can I say because he is taking away 18 mangoes now, he is taking away 18 mangoes on the new rate? Yes or no? So you have to divide 864 by 15 and 8. 18, 15 and 18. Calculate this. I will give you one more method to solve. Calculate this. I'll give you one more way to solve this. This is the most efficient way, but you guys have never seen this approach in books and videos. You guys might be fumbling with this. This is the most efficient way. Shopkeeper takes away those mangoes because he says rate बढ़ गया है. So 864 upon 15 is the increased rate for 18 mangoes. Always think in terms of multiples first. The denominator is a multiple of 9. Do you see the addition of digits is 18? Yes, no. They are both multiples of 9. So you can directly cancel 18. You can directly cancel 18 between the two. What is the answer? How much? 3 point आएगा ना, 0 क्यों आएगा? 3 point. Now, what is the usual method you guys apply in basic questions? You assume the price to be P, you assume the quantity to be Q, and you assume the expenditure to be 3 or expenditure to be 864. Price increases by this much. So can I say the price becomes 16 by 15? Can you justify this? Can you justify this? 16 by 15? 6.66 percentage is 1 by 15. I want more. More means 1 more on 15. Now, because of this, the quantity has decreased by 18, and because of this, the money paid is 864. Can I say 864 is equal? I can equate this and this. Price did not change, expenditure did not change. I can equate this and this. I can cancel P and say Q is equal to 16 by 15 into Q minus 18. Cross multiply and solve. Your job is done. This is the quantity being purchased. This is the original quantity. This is the original quantity. You put that quantity in the second equation and you can find price of a single mango. Now to solve this, I had to assume two variables, solve two equations. I still do not have my answer. I have to put in more effort. I have to calculate the exact quantity and divide 864 by the quantity. This is what Aam Janta does. No, Arey Baba, this is the original quantity, na? You want the new price. You have to take this and put it here. Acha, what price have you got? P is equal to 3. Now this 3 has to increase the 6.66%. New price has been asked. You put value of Q here, yes. You got P is equal to 3 rupees. So what is the new P? The new P is 16 by 15. Cancel 5. 3. This quantity is the original one. The new is different. You take this and put it here. Then you'll have your answer for the price. New price. Again, the first method is better and faster. Think over it. Why? Because you're dealing with just one term and one ratio there. The person used to pay 864 rupees. Today, this person will have to pay 864 rupees upon 15 more. This more is because the price of 18 mangoes is extra here. So divide this by 18. Single step, you'll have your answer. 864 upon 15 into 18 equal to 1. So that ends our percentages one session. We'll start with two in a minute.